Hey, want to know my secret to creating a month of reels in 1 hour? I know it sounds too good to be true, but this is something that I do all the time and people are always shocked, but it's not as hard as you may think. Get ready for the next round of the Keep It Real Challenge because I can't wait to share my process with you for knocking these reels out and incorporating reels into your social media strategy. This time around, I'm bringing along my friend and mental motivator, Samuel McDuffie of Next Level Talk, to share the 3 C's of creating a successful reel and to help you get clear on what you can uniquely offer to your audience and break down those blockages that are preventing you from showing up to your full potential. You even had the chance to win a reel strategy session with me and Sam to create your first batch of highly engaging reels and $150. So, if you're ready to step outside of your comfort zone and easily start using reels to increase your visibility and engagement on Instagram without tying up all your free time and all that stuff, click the link down here or click the link in the show description so you can sign up. We're only taking a limited amount of people, so don't delay, all right? I'll see you inside of the Keep It Real Challenge, and let's go ahead and jump into the episode.
Now that as I've just gotten more into my spiritual self, I realize that it's about alignment. And sometimes people don't know. They just have to get aligned with their greatest, truest self, whoever it is you want to be. That's why they say create vision boards. Because on a vision board, you can create exactly who you want to be. And if you program in your head enough, you can start to become something you never even thought you could be. But you have to believe it first. How are you going to become something you don't even believe you can become?
Welcome to the Friends in Beauty Podcast, a safe space for ambitious beauty industry creatives to have real talk, get real answers, and practical tools to grow their businesses. My name is Kiyah Robinson, and I'm a makeup artist, beauty educator, and the creator of Friends in Beauty. I created Friends in Beauty to support like-minded creatives, just like you, on their quest to connect, network, and build genuine relationships within the beauty community. Join me every week as me and my special guests reveal the keys to success and longevity in the beauty industry, and most importantly, have fun while doing it. You ready? Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty, Kiyah Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty Podcast. I am so happy to have you here with me, and I hope you're listening to this episode in high spirits and in good health. If you are a friend in beauty, I welcome you to join the Friends in Beauty Facebook community. If you're looking for a community of like-minded, ambitious friends in beauty to virtually connect with, network, and share resources, then click the link down below in the show description to join our community. And I'll be there to welcome you with open arms. Also, follow Friends in Beauty on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty. What I like to do is something called the Friends in Beauty Friday feature, where every Friday I spotlight a different friend in beauty and their accomplishments. So no matter how big or small you think it is, I want to shout you out. I want to send you some good vibes. So all you have to do is use the hashtag FIB Friday feature, tag Friends in Beauty on something that you have accomplished, and I'll share it with the community. Additionally, the Friends in Beauty podcast is available on several platforms. We're on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google, YouTube, you name it. And whatever platform you are listening from right now, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into the Friends in Beauty podcast. I truly appreciate you so much. And I would love it even further if you took the time to leave a 5-star rating, a review, a comment, a like, a share, a subscribe, or something to let me know how you feel about the Friends in Beauty podcast. I would absolutely love it. And also, I have to tell you that you should join the Friends in Beauty mailing list tribe if you haven't already, because they are the first to know about all things Friends in Beauty, and I send out different business resources, tips, and advice throughout the week. So if that's something that you're interested in, the link for that will be in the description as well. And last but not least, the most important thing is to share the Friends in Beauty podcast with your other friends in beauty, your family, your friends, anybody that you think could benefit from the information that is being shared. Share away to help me grow the Friends in Beauty community. Now, on this episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast, I welcome Kiyah Wright to the Friends in Beauty guest chair. Kiyah is a 2-time Emmy Award-winning celebrity hairstylist and image maker with over 2 decades of hair care experience and knowledge. In a career that started with doing hair in her grandmother's basement, Kiyah parlayed her talent and business savvy to become not only one of Hollywood's most in-demand celebrity hairstylists, but also a successful beauty expert and entrepreneur. In her new book, From Beauty to Business, The Guaranteed Strategy to Building, Running, and Growing a Successful Beauty Business, Kiyah lays out the crucial success strategies and lessons not taught in beauty schools, such as managing your finances, branding, marketing, product distribution, the power of social media, and more. Filled with inspirational and relatable stories from someone who has been there, this practical, one-of-a-kind source book is a vital educational resource for beauty professionals at all stages of their career. I had such an amazing and wonderful time chatting with Kiyah. I've been following her for years on Instagram, so it was an absolute treat to finally meet her and just have this conversation with her. In this interview, Kiyah shares the 7 proven success principles that helped her to achieve her goals, how to diversify with different streams of income, the importance of financial literacy and the financial lessons she had to learn the hard way, why you should have gratitude for the journey, preparing your mindset for success, why you should know your banker, and tons of business resources and advice. This is over 20 years of experience talking to us on this episode, okay? One of the things that I was excited about too is that Kiyah is a DC girl, just like me. So anytime that I see someone that's successful from where I'm from, it just gets me so hyped. So get ready to take some notes and let's go ahead and jump into this chat with Kiyah Wright. And if you prefer to watch our beautiful faces, then tune in on YouTube. Enjoy. Welcome to the Friends and Beauty Podcast, Kiyah.
Thank you so much for having me. Friends and Beauty.
Yes, absolutely.
I love that. Friends and Beauty. I love that.
Yes, we are absolutely friends in beauty. So friends in beauty are just anybody in the beauty industry, like hairstylists, makeup artists, photographers, models, estheticians, all of us, all in one place, just linking up and spreading good vibes. Yes. So before we jump into the conversation, I would love to start off with some icebreakers just to get us warmed up and so the Friends of Beauty audience can get to know you outside of beauty a little bit. So first one, just give us 3 random facts about you.
Random facts about me is I am a bossy dude when it comes to being as a hairstylist. I'm a little bit bossy dude. I have all the suggestions, all the things and the things. What else? I am a stickler for details.
Okay.
And I like hot sauce on everything.
Ooh, hot sauce on everything. You got hot sauce in your bag, swag type of thing?
I used to, but I just haven't found the small srirachas.
Okay.
I don't like opening the Tabasco sauces. Those like little, I don't like that, like tearing out. I don't like that. So that kind of prevents me from carrying it.
Got you. Okay. So I have these things called pod decks. They have like these really interesting questions. One is a what the heck and a would you rather. Which one do you want?
What the heck and what would you rather?
Mm-hmm.
Heck.
What the heck?
Yes.
Okay, let's pull a random card. Okay. If your office or your salon, I'll say your salon, if your salon had a show and tell for adults, what thing would you be proud to display?
Wait, if what? Say it again.
If your salon had a show and tell for adults, what thing would you be proud to display? Not kids do like show and tell at school.
Oh, what part would I be proud to display if my clients?
Or anything in particular that you would display? I know what I would display.
Oh, God, if I could display, man, what could I display? The befores are, I guess I would love to just show the befores.
Okay.
Like someone got their hair done because then you can easily see the after. So I would love the befores. People get a little funny about the before.
Mm-hmm. They just want to see the transformation.
I don't know. Was that the right answer?
It could be. Well, you know how kids do like show and tell at school and they bring something to show off. I can see people showing off a before picture.
But wait, what, because what would yours be? So I kind of get a context.
So if I were you, I would bring my Emmys. I would bring my Emmys as like a show and tell. Like,
I used to have them. I used to keep them at the salon.
Oh, cool.
But when COVID happened, I took them out.
I got you. Okay.
I used to have it on display.
I love that. That's so bossy. So bossy.
Yeah.
Do you have any pet peeves?
Pet peeves. Pet peeves, like people eating cereal next to me.
And crunching.
Cracking crunch wears me all the way out. I can't sleep with the TV on.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really hear a lot of noise when I sleep, or I won't be able to sleep. Yeah, I think I should probably stop there because I have quite a few.
I love that. This one I love asking people, when is the last time that you did something for the first time?
When was it? Oh, this is the first time I ever. When was the last time I did something the first time?
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time I did something for the first time? I probably would say when I went to Italy and just driving down the coast and just going. That was like a exciting, refreshing, like friends flew in town. When everybody went to Italy, I don't know if you remember a few months back in like, I think it was August or July, everybody went to Dolce & Gabbana did a huge event over in Italy and everybody came. I mean, they had us all wearing Dolce. I mean, it was the time of my life. I invited my friends over. They got clothes. Like, it was just so, we drove down the coast. I had never done anything like that. I've always went to a destination and kind of was there. But just to drive along the coast and take boats were a form of transportation in Venice, like boats, like you get on a boat to go everywhere. Like, that was the first time I'd ever done something so exotic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's sexy.
I love that. Do you get to experience those things because of like what you do as a hairstylist?
Mm-hmm. It really is. It's what I do as a hairstylist, and it really impacts it impacts so much of my like social life as well, because it's still very social. You get to hang out with your peers, other stylists. You get to kind of hang out, kick it, that whole bit, you know. So yeah.
Okay, I love that. The last one, if you weren't a 2-time Emmy Award-winning hairstylist, do you see yourself doing anything else?
Yeah, management. Yeah, I think management would be a good marketing strategy. Like, I kind of like that in the beauty space.
Okay.
I would be very niche.
Okay, I like that. Okay.
I think we need that more, you know, marketing and strategy, because we're so creative, we can kind of go astray. So we need a little bit more focused strategy.
That is so true. We lack on the business side a lot. We're just creative and we just want to create. So, yeah.
But we have to know that it has to turn into dollars, because you will get to that point when your legs just don't, you know, want to keep standing there all day. We're on our legs like literally like 12 hours some days.
Right.
8 hours, 7 hours, not every day, but most days.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten so accustomed to standing up. I don't even like to sit down that much.
I hear that. Oh my gosh. I would love to jump into it. I'm just so excited to talk to you because, like I told you, I've been following you for a long time on Instagram. So I'm so excited to have you on the Friends of Beauty podcast. You're actually the first hairstylist to be on the podcast. I've had photographers, models, makeup artists. You're the first hairstylist.
Really? Yes. Why though? Why hair is such a influential part of the beauty? Like, you can't put the makeup on. Like, hair is such a huge part of the framing.
It is,
because it's like the makeup with bad hair is like, it won't highlight your work.
Absolutely.
The hair is the frame to the face. I'm shocked that you haven't had hairstylists on.
Yeah, y'all are hard to get a hold of because y'all be working all the time. So the ones that I want.
I make interviews like a priority, you know, because I feel like, you know, like as long as it's like a Monday or a day I can handle, Mondays work for me as a stylist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it does have to be scheduled.
Yeah, absolutely. I just love, I was sent over like a little sneak peek into your book. So I just love seeing all of the praises like that your peers and your clients were giving you for writing your new book. Like, how does that feel for your peers to be saying such amazing things about you? Like, your reputation just precedes you.
You know, it's a good feeling to know that your clients like appreciate you. I think most importantly, you want to feel appreciated for your gifts and for your creativity, your time. You devote a lot of time to celebrities. You just do. Like when you really reflect back, of course, you know, you want to work with a celebrity, then you get to work with them. They have great personalities. It's fun. You know what I mean? Like all of the good stuff. But then, you know, there comes a point where you're just like, whoa, like, okay, you know, what now?
Yeah.
And then you start to think about the business, like, oh, wow, you know, but it's a huge gain and it's fun and you get to learn a lot and you get to meet so many amazing people. You know, I think that's one of the best parts about it. The people.
Yeah, I love that. I love meeting people. As I told you earlier, I love meeting people. How did you go from just doing hair in your grandmother's basement to, like, what is that journey between that and then celebrity stylist? What are the things that happen in between?
What happened in between? Like literally, I met Puff straight out of hair. Let's say I finished hair school. Not I finished hair school at 17. I was like done with high school by 17. And I just was hanging out in DC. And that's how I ended up meeting Puffy. And he had just got Bad Boy Records.
Nice.
And Bad Boy, what that did for me was that really started me working in the music industry with Mary J. Blige and Faith Evans.
Okay.
So Faith, I started working with her, and then he ended up swapping us for a minute because Mary's project was moving and it was on the road. So I went on board with her for like a year maybe. And then I ended up going back to Faith for like another 10 years.
Okay.
So that's how I started in the industry. From there, it moved on to like doing Total and, you know, other artists like that. So, you know, that's really how I started. So it was very young, like 23, working in the music industry. And it wasn't all about the celebrity hairstylist at all.
Right.
You were just part of the background team that helped the machine run.
Mm-hmm. I love that. So you got the opportunity pretty early, and that's been like the main trajectory of your career.
And it just took on a trajectory. Moody's boobs down, and that's sort of the trajectory I've been on since, you know, working with celebrities. And I was like, wow, this could gain to work with more celebrities. Oh, I can work in Hollywood now. September 11th happened, and that took me to Hollywood, you know. But really, Puffy was the beginnings of me getting in the entertainment industry.
Right.
He really was.
I was about to say, how was your experience with Puffy? Because I always hear like different, because I had a Shunta on the podcast before, and Morel is one of my mentors as well. But I always hear like different quirky stories about their experiences with Diddy. Like, not like kind of like a sorority or something. Like he likes to test them out kind of thing. I don't know.
Like a sorority fraternity, right? You know, I think he just wants people to work hard like him. Mm-hmm. And we're both Scorpios, so I kind of have a different level of understanding for that. His approach, he's a guy, he has a lot more, you know, A-type in there. Yeah. So, you know, there's definitely it's gonna come with a different energy, but I work with him, so I get it. I mean, he literally, like I worked with him recently for the Oscars with his daughter. Okay. And he was like, yeah, because, you know, we came in the room, you know, she's not going to the prom. She's not going to, you know what I'm saying, debutante. You know, we go to the Oscars. We go to the Oscars. So, you know, that hair right there, you know, that's regular. We need that next level. We need to, you know, we need to see her neck. She need to feel regal. I was like, right, all right, I get it. I don't mind a challenge when I understand what you're saying to me. Like, I get it. For you, it means this. It's Black royalty. It's okay. I got it. I got it. You know, so I don't mind the challenge. And most people don't really like to be challenged that way. So it does affect them. You know what I mean? So, you know, for me, it just makes me work harder. I want to be better. It keeps me feeling passionate about what I do. When I can be better. Because every time you're a win, you know what I mean? It's like, it's cool. Yes, I want to win all the time. Let me not put that in the universe. But I don't mind being challenged sometimes. Sometimes I'll fight for things that I think is better. But, you know, he is definitely going to challenge you.
Gotcha. Where has your journey in the beauty industry taught you about yourself so far?
That I had good agility. I was able to pivot when things took me off course several times through September 11th, through the financial crisis in 06, 07, through COVID-19. So that was 3 major moments that my perseverance, ability to shake back in. So I don't know, I'm lost for words with that word. It's like to bounce back.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? When you bounce back, like that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Because sometimes things can really knock you off your feet. So it showed me you can do anything. You can come through all of these major moments. You can come through anything. So that's what it showed.
Yeah. Do you have any like personal or mindset challenges that you had to overcome to get to where you are today?
Oh, it's constant. It's the constant. This is not enough. You got to get more. You got to have more. You got to get more. You got to, this is not, you want an Emmy. Okay. But yeah, you got to, you know what I mean? It's not ever celebrating in the moment. So that is probably one of my biggest challenges. Just celebrating in the moment. You know what I mean? Just really celebrating it. And I don't know if that means spending a bunch of money, because that's what people think. But like, if you couldn't spend any money, how do you celebrate yourself?
I like that question.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't have no money. Like, how do you really settle with yourself, be peace with yourself, be happy with yourself in that moment of joy?
Yeah.
I think when you get to that place, when I get to that place, that's when I know I made it.
I love that. How do you celebrate yourself without spending money? I love that.
Did you say?
Did you say how do you celebrate yourself without spending money?
Yeah, how do you celebrate yourself without spending a bunch of money, or you know what I mean, being outside of yourself? Like, how do you like truly celebrate? So that's something that I think I'm trying to get to that place.
Yeah, I think I just acknowledged it.
I had all these experiences and I'm so busy getting to the next. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like I should have been rich billionaire right now, like straight up. But God was like, no, that path is not your path. You have to do it your way so that possibly you can enjoy it the whole way through. Because if I get there fast, some people get there fast. I know a lot of people that have money and it's not always very, very happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know a lot of people with money and it doesn't solve anything unless you really find some peace and happiness inside. So that question could go really deep.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, I want to talk about your new book. You just released your new book. It's called From Beauty to Business, the guaranteed strategy to building, running, and growing a successful beauty business.
Let me get it because I should have it in my hand. Wait.
Yes, I want to see what it looks like. I've seen the like the digital aspect of it, but I would love to see it.
All right, here we go. From business to beauty.
Is it upside down? Or is that just our thing?
Yeah. Oh, it's upside down. Yay.
It looks so good. I love it.
It's really good. Yeah.
Wow, your baby. I would love to know like the whole process, like from the idea, like why do you think this book was needed for beauty pros and how long did it take you to put everything together?
2 years. I got a book deal. It's probably 2 years. Now it's like 2.5. I got a book deal. I signed a contract on my birthday with the actual distributor who has been Bella Penguin. They're under Penguin. I knew I wasn't a self-publisher. I knew that it was not something that my attention would gravitate to because people, all you got to do. Nope, doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of things on my plate, you know what I mean? And I'm, still figuring things out. You know what I mean? I don't think you always get to the goal like right away. Even when you get to the goal, there becomes new challenges, new circumstances, and things that will help you learn along the way. I don't really call them like mistakes or anything. They're just challenges, obstacles that you can get right through. You know what I mean? Like they sometimes will knock you off your feet. Let's not play it down.
Right.
You definitely, it's just a lot, you know what I mean? So I think the journey is really important to just be on this journey, appreciate it the whole way, and get resources that you need that are going to help you along the way. So I love it for new stylists, but I think it also can help stylists that have been in the business for years who need a picker upper.
Yeah.
I just need a little bit of a picker upper. You know what I mean? Like I've been through so much over the last, 3 years, because I would say it was COVID was 2, but even people who were going through it even before that, the economy was on its way. You know what I mean? And even right now, it's even a more challenge. It's the surviving COVID and the economy taking a fall.
Right.
So yet again, we have to survive through this again, So I think stylists need to reinvent. They sometimes need to find their niche. They need a new marketing strategy. In the book, with the purchase of the book, you get a 24-page marketing strategy guide.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like you get a guide that is a marketing strategy guide that you can actually use to help you with your brand.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is like literally the fundamentals, the basics, and then I gave you QR codes all in the back because I knew that we are lazy.
And I love that. I love the QR codes.
An appendix that is full of QR codes. So you go right to it. You don't need to know what does that form look like again? Here it is.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a very well thought out book as it related to, I wanted to save some for the next round, for the next book, you know what I mean? That is also going to be innovative and just something that is of giving back in some way to my peers. Mm-hmm. That's what I wanted, something that was going to give back to my peers, Instagrammers, beautypreneurs, everybody who's starting a business, especially in the beauty space. I wanted you to feel inspired. I wanted you to give resources. I wanted you to understand the basics, the 101 on like the business side of beauty. So if you're starting out, you're like, this book is for you. You shouldn't be going anywhere without this book right here.
Yes.
Like, schools, get jiggy with it.
I love it.
Even if it's in salons, get jiggy with it.
Yes, I love it because I always tell people, we really don't have like the exact blueprint for the beauty industry as far as like what it takes to be successful or the things that we should do. So a lot of people just learn from trial and error, or now we're starting to get more resources like your book. And that's why I started the podcast too, just to hear different people's stories as to, what they did to get to where they are, because we don't have any like guides. And then like I said, when we go to beauty school, I went to makeup school, but they don't teach you. They teach you maybe like that much of business, and then they send you on your way. It's like, how are you supposed to be successful? Just learning on your own like that.
Exactly. So yeah, like that's really it. That's why I created the book. It's the 7 principles for me really do act as like, first, do you have a successful mindset? Mm-hmm. That's number 1. Like, do you have the entrepreneurial DNA?
Right.
Like, because some people don't really have that, and then they have to find it, figure it out. You got to know what your niche is to even, get it. And then it's understand the business side of the beauty business. I give you a little bit about that. Finding your niche. What is that thing that you're best at? Like, what do you do that's effortless? What do you do where you're like, oh, I can do hair with my eyes closed. Like, I can like make anyone over. Like, that's like my thing. I love a makeover. I love color. Color was my added value. How do you diversify with multiple streams of income? Color. Something as simple as color. That's another lane that we can grab money from. Virtual consultations, another lane we can grab money from. That is diversifying your beauty portfolio. Grow your platform, grow your profits. That falls in there too. Prepare for the unexpected. COVID-19. Like I said, I gave you 3 earlier. You know what I mean? And even the aftermath of it with an economy crash. Right. Now, 106, then we went through COVID, world trade. It's just been a lot.
It has.
Holy moly. And then plan for your future.
Mm-hmm.
So those were the things that really was the blueprint for my success. And they're so broad. And I just used my stories. Like when I had to owe money on my taxes. I was making so much cash. I was taxes, I was a fool. And I was like, what are you doing out here? There was no guidance. There was no parents who's taught me about finance, financial literacy, or financial success, or savings plans, or plans. None of it. I had to go and find people. So even when they're advising you, you have to like still remember to even make sure that they are educating you on. You just go get the fund and you don't really know anything.
Right.
Could you walk me through that? Can we do a virtual share so that I can see what you mean? Where's the dividends going? Should I get an IRA, a traditional IRA? We need to know the definitions. What is it? It's right here.
Right.
What is an IRA? Oh, it's okay. What is a 941? You know what I mean? Like that's your, quarterly taxes. What's the W-9? What does this look like? Like, what do I need as understanding your tax status? Like what? Half the adults don't know it. Right. So I know the new people don't know it because the adults don't know it. So I just felt like this book was necessary.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Out of your 7 principles that you share, which one do you think is like the most like underrated or overlooked by people?
Planning your future.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most overlooked. It seems so simple, but most people overlook it because the money is coming in so fast. Mm-hmm. And most people want to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did that a lot of my career, just spending money, not really understanding. You know what I mean? The gift was so given to me so naturally. I didn't understand like how do you brand? I was doing Twitter and Instagram literally 10 years ago, telling everyone around me to do it. But I was not really focused on what I was doing it for because I was on the road traveling. I wasn't focusing on monetizing my Instagram. I wasn't even focusing on that. I was just like, oh, let me just show parts of my life. I started a little TV show thing, taking them around LA, my favorite places, and showing them how to have the perfect kit. And I had a show then.
Yeah.
I'd had the formula then, but I just didn't stick with it because I would be running off on the road with the stylist.
Yeah.
So when you kind of, at least I want you to know what you're up. When you want something, you want to be a celebrity stylist, but you got to know these are decisions, having children, having a family. All of these are the decisions that people have to either make sacrifices for and figure out, is this really what I want? Mm-hmm. Or how can I fit this all in?
Yeah. I love in the book how you share the life insurance information, like all of the breakdowns of the different life insurance and like the retirement, because I never really hear anybody talk about retirement. I'm like, I know you're not about to be doing hair all your life with makeup but nobody talks about retirement. So that's a part of the book that I'm really interested in like diving into because I'm still pretty young, but I know I'm not trying to, be dragging a kid around when I'm like 50 something. Like I'm not trying to do that.
And if you do, you want to do it because you love it. Mm-hmm. Trust me. Listen, I'm older at this point. I'm a veteran. I've been in this business a really long time, and I was like, oh, by the time Mom did it, I'll be retired. Girl, you know what I mean? So I don't even want to. I say don't even. It's literally when you feel like you are ready to transition or pivot, you will. Mm-hmm. You want to be prepared to do it.
Right.
So that's my advice. Prepare yourself now. I don't want anyone to make the same mistakes I made. You know what I mean? But this was my journey. So I'm not upset about it. I don't want to pace myself on anyone else's pace. You know what I mean? Like this whole social media and this whole thing really does put your mind in a different mindset. Competitively. It's a lot. You know what I mean? So what all this book is to prepare you. You know what I mean? I mean, and people meeting Frederick Fekkai was like a dream of mine because I always wanted to be in a department store. I'm like, how does a hair care brand be in the department store?
Yeah.
A high-end Neiman Marcus. I think he was in like Neiman Marcus or Barney's. It was somewhere really high-end. And I was like, whoa, that's major. That's major.
Absolutely.
So how can we do that? How can we do that? Mm-hmm. I want to be Rianne Silva, who we worked together, the owner of the Beauty Blender, that little pink sponge that we all use. She created something revolutionary. That's revolutionary. Like,
yeah,
changed the whole beauty game. She and I would be together every single day on set with Faith Evans and Angela Bassett and people like that every single day. She's super low key. You don't even know who she is. She's the beauty she's the business behind the beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Jennifer Hudson, who her career has pivoted in so many different directions, from actress to singer. She too can relate to, a story like this.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. How do you plan to use your book as like a business strategy? I've seen people doing that before.
Exactly. It is a part of my strategy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It is. I at the time, what I feel really good about now looking back, I think sometimes it's good and bad as an artist, but I really do what I love. Like I walked in somebody has mentioned to me, maybe you should do a book. Yeah, okay. But I had no clue where to start.
Yeah.
Walked into a restaurant here, and the woman who collaborated with me on the book, she basically was there, and she was a previous client of mine. I hadn't seen her in a while, but she was a previous client of mine, and she had come in, and I just hadn't seen her in a while, and I ran into her. She was there with another woman from Ancestry.com, and she was like, yeah, I've transitioned now. I'm writing books and da 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 da. And I was like, wow, that's super cool. And I was like, you know what, we should talk. And it just happened just like that. Mm-hmm. And that is how a lot of things in my life happens. I was like, I remember wanting to do weave classes. My assistant was like, hey, you should teach weave classes. I was like, yeah, you're right, I should. Boom, I just started doing it.
Right.
Give me an idea and it makes sense, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, okay, cool. As long as I know it can be lucrative, everybody involved can get paid. Okay, cool, let's try it.
And with urgency too. I think some people just sit on ideas for so long and just that they start to talk themselves out of it.
That's a hard one too, because I have a lot of things that get in the way of my strategy schedule. Mm-hmm. A lot of things. So.
How would you describe the entrepreneurial DNA? Because I wanted to ask you about that. Is it something that you're born with? Is it something that could be taught? Special sauce?
Many people have different theories. And I really just wanted to evoke that question because I don't want anybody to feel like I don't have that, because I think sometimes now that as I've just gotten more to my spiritual self, I realize that it's about alignment. And sometimes people don't know. Mm-hmm. They just have to get aligned with their greatest, truest self, whoever it is you want to be. That's why they say create vision boards, because on a vision board, you can create exactly who you want to be. And if you program in your head enough, you can start to become something you never even thought you could be. But you have to believe it first. How are you going to become something you don't even believe you could become?
Yeah.
So for me, it's about, I just ask God to put it inside of me constantly. Thank you for keeping me creatively inspired, joyful in the space of just creative energy and flow. And because I want things to flow. I don't want stagnation. I don't want anything to stagnate the flow of the universe and how it's supposed to move. So if I keep myself open to what's for me, then I can control as much as I think I can where I want to go. Mm-hmm. I was so obsessed with Tony Robbins. I used to listen to him all the time. And I was so much to the point where 10 years later, I ended up meeting him and walking on fire.
That's amazing.
I was like, wow, this is cool. That's when I knew, because one of my really good friends worked for him as his personal assistant and got me tickets. I was like, this is crazy. So it began to teach me anything you want, but it takes a lot of focus. Mm-hmm. You really, really have. And be careful about what you ask for. A lot of people get it and their life is so, look at DMX. He got so much wealth. He got out of poverty. And I don't think necessarily he was always wishing for wealth, but I'm sure he wanted to get out of poverty in a sense. Mm-hmm. But the mind and the demons and the trauma took a hold of you. So the two together is just a massive experience. Mm-hmm. So you really do have to make sure that your mind is focused to center on what it is that you want and you aspire to have. Because when it comes, money could be not good for you.
Hey, I know you're enjoying the episode, but I have to drop in really quick to tell you about Friends in Beauty's newest community, the Friends with Benefits Club, and I'm looking for my BFF. So let me tell you about the Friends with Benefits Club. The Friends with Benefits Club is a one-stop shop community created to provide you with the tools and resources to run your beauty business like a boss, all in one place. From monthly expert masterclasses, a book club, challenges, giveaways, and more, when you join and become a BFF of the Friends with Benefits Club, you automatically become a brand ambassador. So you can earn some extra income by referring your other friends and beauties to join the club while you learn proven strategies to elevate your business. It sounds good, right? All of this and more for just $47 a month. It's a steal. So serious question. Can we be friends with benefits? Okay. If you're looking for resources to take your business to the next level, but you're tired of investing in multiple courses, classes, and memberships to learn those skills needed to run your business, or if you just feel overwhelmed with where to start and what to do next, and you're looking for a community of like-minded trailblazers to hold you accountable, join us inside of the Friends with Benefits Club. I even have the past masterclasses archived for you to binge watch when you joined. What a BFS for, right? Head over to this link right here or click the link in the show description to join the Friends with Benefits Club today, okay? Your other BFFs are waiting for you. I'll see you inside the club. Now let's go ahead and get back into the episode.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I know you know what it means to like dream big, like have big dreams. And I'm somebody that dreams big. I know a lot of us, we dream big for what we want, but I want to know, like, what are some ways that you can keep yourself encouraged when like the it hasn't been realized yet, I guess. The big dream hasn't been realized, but you can see it so clearly in your head.
Keep going, don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going, don't stop. Keep waking up. Keep praying. Keep asking God, give me the vision. I'll get it. I know you may not see what you see before your eyes right now is not always real. You know what I'm saying? Like right now I'm going through craziness. My so-and-so died. My son is not acting right in school, or boo, 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 boo. Like sometimes it's just not even, things look like, damn, life is just taking over. It's getting the best of me. It's not real. Don't give up. It's not real. Don't give up. Keep going. It's not real. Don't you believe it? What is today, what is here before you can change. You can change it. It's not real. It's not real. Yes, I just had a car accident. It's not real. The car is not even real. You're still here. You're alive. You're well. You're still here. It's not real. That's what I keep telling myself.
Yeah.
Oh, what I want will be. What I want, what I aspire to have will be, as long as it's through God, connected to God, and I'm in his way and his light and constantly moving his favor. That's it. Like, and it gets even more like that when you get wiser and you get older and more mature. You realize where the source really is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be really connected to it. Some people want it so bad and they get it, but it brings a lot of, like, you hear even like Cardi B will be like, being rich ain't no fun. It's boring. You see what I'm saying? Like, because you've gotten everything by the time you were 27.
Right. And then it's like, what's next?
At 27, you have everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Like, that's a lot. Like, not to say that you didn't work hard or anything, but it's a lot. Like, I really am trying to really, everyday God, thank you for the journey. Just thank you for the journey, because the journey is actually really fun. My job is fun. You know what I mean? My career is fun. It's uplifting. It's enlightening. It's prosperous. It's successful. It's growing. It's moving forward. It's, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it's doing every single day. Even a hiccup is a win. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, that really was a stutter. Next time I learn from that. Okay, actually, okay, cool. Like, and that's how I'm just starting to look at everything. Like, that's a win. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of delay. What can I do? Try again tomorrow. Nope. Not gonna let that little negativity get in there. And keep people in your life that want to win. We're talking about winning all the time. Even if we don't win together, we're gonna still talk about winning.
I love that. Have you ever played the game Never Have I Ever before?
No.
It's a drinking game, but like traditionally when you play Never Have I Ever, it's like if you've done whatever the crazy thing is, you have to take a shot. But I'm trying out a new version on the podcast where I'll give you like a statement. And if you have done it before, then you have to like tell us a story about it. Or if you haven't done it, then like give us your advice on, that situation, how you would handle it. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you something. So it would be like, never have I ever, have you done this before? Never have I ever code switched to like fit into the room. Have you ever done that before?
Got it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Have you ever felt like you had to code switch to fit in?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Why?
I've learned a healthy balance.
Okay.
I've learned a healthy balance.
Okay.
I think in a sense, see, I know the answer is what people want to hear is no, but I think that we are always doing it. When we work, like if I go and I do a seminar, I'm not going to be like, yeah, girl, because you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to talk like that. When I come in, my posture is going to change. My energy is going to change. I'm going to evoke a different energy. I'm going to speak a different way. We're code switching.
Yeah.
Whether it's my people, white people, black people, whatever, business, associates, I think we code switch. I just feel like we do. So, I'm not, but I have figured out a healthy balance. I know how to still be me and step it up.
Yeah.
If code switching means step it up. I don't want people to think, why you mean step it up? No, I don't mean like that. I just mean like when you code switch, you're altering yourself for something better.
Yeah.
Or you're code switching to make yourself cooler, hipper, downer, whatever it is you're trying to be. You're doing it for a reason to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So we all do it. I do.
I guess I code switch in that way too. Like, but I think doing the podcast and like recording myself has really made me realize like I pretty much am the same kind of consistently, but I might just talk a little bit different, or I might not curse, professionally, but with my friends, I might be like cutting it a little bit. Right?
No, but ultimately it's still code switching. You're not being your true self. Yeah. Like I'm myself, but I'm still making sure I pronounce my words differently. I'm not saying a bunch of ums. You know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha. Okay. I want to ask you too about the money aspect or the wealth aspect and your advice on like how can beauty professionals build wealth while they're building their business like simultaneously?
How can stylists build wealth while they are stable in the salon, working, or
like building their business at the same time in the salon?
One thing I can say is what I've learned is start an email bank. Like make sure that you get on a site, and I give you a few for instances here in the book, where everything is compatible to your data bank. So emails are a big deal. Every single client, and I love that a lot of people now are using brands like Stylist, or I know I use Mind and Body, different apps that help you keep yourself organized and do your own booking online system. Even my clients sometimes don't even like to use it. I try to get everybody on it, but some people just want that sort of 101 phone and pick up thing. But making sure that you are in control of your data bank. Get emails, get people's phone numbers, get your data bank. Your data bank means everything. This is how you market to your customer. This is how you reach your customer. Whether you want to sell something or whether you want to just say, hey, friendly update, I'm giving out a 20% discount for people whose birthday it is next month. Think people love incentives. An incentive. People love incentives. Like when they're going to come and get a service from you, but they know they're going to gain something. Your second service, I'm going to give you 20% off the first round. Like let's say it be color. I know you get gray every 3 weeks. I'm going to give you if you get gray every 3 weeks on this date, you schedule a consistent appointment, I'll give you 10% off. Knowing how to, I call that, put all that in the customer service section, because we can't assume just because you come in to pay me for something that, I owe you, you owe me something. No, you came in for the service. I'm going to treat you with, and also an incentive is wine. When you come in, wine, champagne, little snacks, doodads. Hey, if you want to Uber, make sure you give the Uber information, make sure you have the Wi-Fi code available. Like little things just make people feel like customer service. Oh, I'm adding steam treatments all month. I'm going to give you a steam treatment with my best product. You know what I mean? Like, making sure that you have a good assistant, because that person is going to be doing the most communicating with your client. They're going to be, that's the prep game. You need to make sure they understand their back bar. They should understand what hair works for which shampoo and which texture. Ooh, I didn't like how, I don't want you to use a cleansing shampoo on her because she has a 4C or a super kinky texture. And if you use a cleansing, it's going to be dry. No, you need to know hydrate hair at this texture. If it's soft, I don't want you using too hydrating. It's going to make it too greasy when we go to blow dry. So therefore there will be no body. So there are things that, like, I'm a huge stickler for details like that, because the end result, I want the hair shiny. I want it to move. I want it to feel good. I want to have a good cut in there. Like all of those things are going to get them ready for me.
Yes.
So that's sort of how my mind works,
I love that. Okay. Aside from the tax situation, are there any other lessons or tough lessons that you had to learn when it came about with your finances?
Yeah, just making sure, like during COVID, having a banker was so essential. So essential, knowing your banker. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's such a added value to go to the bank and be able to know who you're going to bank with. And if anything goes wrong, any errors, what if you're out of the country, out of town, money is not moving through the routing systems properly, you have someone you can pick up that phone. Hey, my lady was like, hey, I'm like, hey, Cassandra, just saying, Cassandra, and, I need you to move some money around. I'm over in Europe and they're saying my accounts are frozen or things are not moving properly. You have that person, you can pick up the phone. And when COVID-19 happened, I was filling out PPP loans. Hey, Kiyah, if your paperwork, if you did that through the SBA and your paperwork didn't get through because one thing was wrong, you was not getting that money. You were not getting that money. So having a banker helped me be able to move the process along.
I love that. That's a cool tip I haven't heard yet. I love that idea. Yes. What's your least favorite part about running your business?
So the least favorite part about running my business is finding the really good, passionate people, who are hungry enough to be detailed and care about the work that they put in. Mm-hmm. Being responsible about the commitment that they make when they take people's money. That's a big deal when you are an entrepreneur. I hear it all the way across the board. I have attorney clients who can't find good help. I have, stylists who really are looking for talented people who are responsible and on it, because that job is very strenuous. Fittings can go any hours of the day. You're running around, finding stuff, keeping up with tags, receipts. It's responsibility is the key word. The beauty space, finding a good hair assistant who's responsible and who can be understanding, and their work ethic is impeccable. Mm-hmm. So that is really hard, finding good people to work with you. You know what I mean? And not want to be you in 2 months, even 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
Time to become, and everyone says it, they think like, yeah, no. And I'm like, but you've been doing it for 5 years. You teaching classes. You know what I mean? I'm like, what are you talking about? Why are you saying that? You only been doing hair for 5 years. I'm 28 years in the business. Thank God I'm still relevant. Mm-hmm. Thank God I'm still relevant. So, because I have a level of, and every part of it has been so exciting to me. Working in white salons was a huge transition for me. I never thought that I would ever work in a white salon, but I wanted to. I craved it so that I can have a better understanding of all textures of hair. Mm-hmm. So their products are different. I wanted to understand products.
I love that. How have you been able to remain relevant over the years with your secret sauce?
Working with amazing talent. I want to work with the best. That's my motto. I want to work with the best. Who's the best? Who's the best? Okay, I want to work there. You know what I mean? Because guess what? I was fully armored. My armor kit is ready. I got it all. I was in DC. I learned how to do shortcuts. I was in New York. I learned how to do doobie wraps and the. Then in LA, I wanted hair to be flowy and body full and shiny, not greasy and heavy like the West Coast, and not use relaxers and still get the hair to be beautiful and flow. How to do that? LA was all about it. So my career I wanted to learn how to do hair for magazines, editorial work, things like that. How did I learn how to do that? I wanted the curls to not look so done. I want the hair to be flowy, but still give the same movement like a white girl. I had to learn all of those things. I had to learn how to do television hair. Hair on TV is different from salon hair.
Yeah.
So I kept challenging myself, not even knowing I think I was doing it. I just aspiring to want more. I was so intimidated to work in a white salon, so intimidated. And because of how I felt they would judge me, the whole bit, I went in more to call me and ran it. So much to the point I could work at anyone across the world. And I was teaching them things that I knew that I was like, you guys need to be doing more social media. And then I was like, I want to meet with the owners because I need to tell them too. So then I got to work in the Plaza Hotel in the city.
Wow.
Bring in my Procter & Gamble brand, who I was an ambassador for 13 years. I was an ambassador for P&G, bring their brand in and do a photo shoot in this beautiful space. And, you know, it just was dream come true. It was a place I always wanted to work.
I love that.
It was because it was one of the most beautiful salons that they have in New York City. And I ended up working in the one here in LA. God didn't have me work there, but I ended up working in the one in LA. So, you know, dream come true. So many dreams come true. So many.
Yeah, I love that. Once you reach those goals, do you feel like you're always craving for more? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, all I gotta do is wish for it.
I love that. Kiyah, at the end of the day, like, what do you want your legacy to be? Like the impact that you want to have on the world, the industry, and your book reaching the masses?
I would love for my legacy to become the Paul Mitchell of textured hair care. Paul Mitchell or Bay, Frederick Fakai, who I just met recently. What a pleasure. What an inspiring person he is. We're both Scorpios. So that was awesome. And just meeting him and his team and that sort of thing. That was really great. And I hope to just do more on that realm. Just meet more aspiring, amazing people and do business with them. I want it to be a huge connection of energy, finances, wealth, and legacy wealth that I have created. And Kiyah Wright did that. Like these QR codes, watch what I tell you. Everybody's going to be doing QR codes.
I'm about to do that too. I was like, yeah, that's an excellent idea if I ever come out with something.
So they're gonna steal that one. It wasn't new, but I'm definitely gonna make it like I put this on the map.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Do you
have anything? They should be like, but you know, Kiyah Wright was the one.
I saw her do it first.
Exactly. Just give me a little credit.
I love that. Do you have anything coming up next?
What's next for me? Yes, is I am going to be doing Ubiquitous in Washington, D.C.
Hey, okay.
I'm going to be doing Ubiquitous and yeah, so we might need to talk because I'm building my panel.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Let me know.
Yep, I'm going to create an amazing panel that is going to be very fulfilling. So I'm excited about that. I think it's in August.
Okay, I was going to ask you when it is.
Forward to Ubiquitous in August. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be on a Sunday and it's going to be super fun. It's not going to be boring. That's for sure.
I need to get Jermaine over here on the podcast and talk to her about what she does.
Exactly.
So before you go, I have to ask you the Friends of Beauty rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So whatever comes first to your mind, just like spit it out. So first one, what are the top 3 keys to your success so far?
The top 3 keys to my success are, diligence, really being diligent about the work, about being focused about the work, and, you know, just the goals that I set for myself as it relates to being a beauty professional and a beauty expert, you know, in this industry. And another one is the top key things is I found my niche. I found my niche. I found what it was that I was good at. And I just have always tried to figure out, how do I make it the best that I can make it? The best that I can make it. So that is it. Number 2. Wow. Number 3 is really making sure that when I show up and bring my 100. Like really, I bring my 100 to the table. That's the key to it. Bring your 100 to the table. And it really is like, and what that looks like is just being good at what you do, being well educated, being well prepared, when you come on set, remembering that customers are first, customer service, that's the business, being professional, being on time, being reliable, being, accountable for your word and what you bring to the table. So, bringing my 100, so.
How do you measure your success?
I measure my success by my accomplishments, winning Emmys, winning Hollywood Beauty Awards. In DC, I won the Golden Scissor Award. So I think my accolades make me feel like, wow, this is great. And becoming an author and seeing my book in Barnes and Nobles. I'm seeing people video my book in Barnes and Nobles. I'm like, wow, that for me is quite an accomplishment. Like that's not something I've seen for myself. I didn't see that for myself. So I'm really grateful for that. Yeah.
So what's the best advice you've ever received?
Puffy was like, the advice I got from Puffy was, stay focused. Stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on the job, because really he needed me to be in there to, of course, be the hairstylist for the talent, but also just, you have to support them in a sense, you know what I mean? But also you be focused. Don't be out there like wild and trying to do the most, trying to do what they do. You know what I mean? Like do what you here to do. So that really stuck. It seems so simple, like be focused, but it's so substantial to your career when you want to go far, because I'm watching a man create something that had never been done. That bad boy, like that, repeating that mantra was our mantra every single night. You know what I mean? Like I thought I told you that we won't stop. Like these are things, and because I was like, wow, this young man, like 27,000, I saw on something that he won at a $27 million check at like 20 something years old. Like that's crazy talk. Like to have to manage that takes a lot out of anyone, and pay people, employ people, and do all of these great things. Like that was the great advice I had ever heard. Stay focused. And he represented that, even when he probably wasn't focused. He looked like he was, and there was progress. So hey, for me, you're focused.
What advice would you give to a stylist right now who has not found their niche and they don't know how to? Like, how would you go about advising them to find what's special about them?
What advice would I give stylists to help them find their niche? If you want to go to hair school and you don't even know, okay, I'm going to assume you're a hairstylist or a makeup artist or esthetician, lash guru, or anybody, right? Or maybe you're not. So, because niche is really starting from the beginning. Like, I may not even know what that is. I would say, if you don't know at all, go to school. Take some courses, because in anything you have to like take some courses to figure out, is this even what I want to do? And once you start taking the classes and the courses and doing the theory and the practical, you'll start to understand, ooh, I don't really like this. Like I know people that went to med school like, ooh, I don't really like this. Or people with the hair school, it doesn't do it for me. So I know that going to school first, for those who don't know anything, they're just like totally clueless. Like, where do I start? Where do I begin? But then you have those who are like, I'm a hairstylist. I've been doing this for 5 years. I don't really know like what it is. And I just start with, what do you love? What part of being a stylist / whatever do you love the most? Beauty. What do you love in the beauty world the most? Because the beauty work could be really broad. So what do you love the most? And I would say, give it some time, 3 years, energy, to make sure that you have done and maximized on every area of it before you say, okay, I don't want to do it anymore. to find your niche, because you won't know what your niche is if you don't try. And if you don't know, you have tools that you can figure out, even if it's what you want to do. So that's for those two people right there. I would say you could find your niche. It's just going to take some exploration. Try it all. You got 5 years. Try it all. Yeah. You should try a little bit of color. You should be trying a little bit some cutting. See, in white salons, you could just be a cutting and stylist and make really good money if you put yourself in the right environment.
Got you.
You can be just a colorist. That's such a niche market. Colorists make more than hairstylists. I would love to just color people hair all day and blow dry and send you out the door. Color, straight. See ya. That's it. No styling, nothing. Color and straight all day. Just you can make hundreds of. There's a girl out here named Tracy Cunningham. When you go to her salon, she's nothing but a colorist. You go to her salon, she's 6 people getting done at the same time. 6 people. So that's 3 stylists working on 6 people.
Right.
Base. Then she comes through the highlights. They hold the foil, they hand the brush, they do the paint, they mix the solution.
Wow.
Hand over money on 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 money.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? So it can be done.
Okay. Yeah, I hear that. It can be done. What's a resource that helps you in your business that you can share with the Friends and Beauty community?
Say it one more time.
What's a resource that helps you in your business that you can share with the Friends and Beauty community?
So in every city, you have a local, a government community, like sort of like, they set up these like centers that help people with their businesses. It's like and you can find it through your SBA. Okay. You know, the SBA. When you go right on the EDD, you go right online, you look up your SBA, and you can find your local. Mine is the SBDC, and that's for Los Angeles. Is like they assign you to like someone who's a retired finance person. Okay. Someone in business and finance, banking, something like that, to help you, guide you with your business. Every city has one, and I have one here, and I called them and I use them, and I put them in the resource book.
Okay. I
was just like, wow, this is really great. Like, and he was so great, and I referred him to people and everything. Like, I was like, this is really, really cool, where you can call your small business administration, and they can help you with all of these great things. Like, and now they even, where you can get attorneys online, legal Zoom, places like that. Like, all of these resources are right here in this book. I'm like, I can't even explain to you how important this was to my journey. Like, I needed all of this stuff. SBA was great. So I would say that for sure.
All right. And the last one, I just want you to fill in the blank and just say, my name is blank, and the key to longevity and success is whatever you think it is.
Okay. My name is Kiyah Wright. And the key to success is passion and purpose.
All right. Passion and purpose. I love that. Before you go, share your social media information and where people can go to purchase your book.
Hey guys, I'm celebrity hairstylist Kiyah Wright, and my book is called From Beauty to Business, and you can get it at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble's in-store, online, Walmart, Penguin. You can get it everywhere. All right, Goodreads, or my website, KiyahWright.com.
Yay! What's your Instagram?
And you can follow me and purchase the book on my Instagram as well at Kiyah Wright 1, and it's the one with the blue chat.
I love it. Thank you so much, Kiyah, for doing this. I really appreciate it.
For sure. Thank you so much, and peace to your followers.
Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty podcast. Don't forget, sharing is caring. Share this episode with at least one friend in beauty, and subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts so that other friends in beauty can find this show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty, # Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.